Okay, so 7 through 10, we're going to solve by taking the square root. So I'm going to do let's do number 9 and 10 together. So number 9, in order for me to solve for the square root by the square method, I'm going to solve for x. I want to isolate the x. So I'm going to move this 27, the constant, over. So I'm going to subtract since it's positive. This gives me negative 2x squared is equal to 53 plus 27 gives me 80. So this is going to be negative 80. I'm then going to take negative 80 and divide by 2. That's going to give me x squared is equal to 40. All right, I'm going to take the square root of both sides. That's going to give me x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 40. Now, I need to simplify this by the highest perfect square. That's going to be 4 and 10. So that's equal to 2 square root of 10 because the square root of 4 gives me 2. Okay, so this is going to be x is equal to, I'm going to use my symbol on here that says plus or minus just to make my life easier. 2 square root of 10. That's simple. Done. I'm not going to do number 10. Just move the 16 first, then deal with the 2/3 and the x squared, just like we did before. Okay, 11 through 14. We're going to solve by completing the square. I do expect you to show your work. So I'm going to go through one of these and I'm going to talk about and show you what I expect you to show. All right, so looking at my question, I have x squared minus 57 is equal to 2x plus 5. I'm going to move all of the constants to one side. So this gives me x squared is equal to 2x. We're going to add 57. So 5 plus 57 gives me plus 62. I'm going to subtract 2x. So that gives me 2x squared minus 2x is equal to 62. Okay, now I'm going to deal with the b term. My b divided by 2 squared. So that's going to be 2 divided by 2 squared is going to be 1. So we're going to add 1 to both sides. So that's x squared minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 63. This trinomial on the left is a perfect square trinomial of x minus 1 squared is equal to 63. We're going to take the square root of both sides. That gives me x minus 1 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 63. Now, 63 is not a perfect square. Let's see if there's a perfect square that goes into 63. 63 divided by 2, 3 divided by 5, 9. Yes, 9. 9 and 7. So the square root of 9 is 3. So this is going to be 3 square root of 7. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. This becomes x is equal to 1 plus or minus 3 square root of 7. That is your answer. So I'm going to say x is equal to 1 plus or minus 3 square root, and that should be 7, not 3. I don't know why I wrote 3. Oops, hold on. That should be 7 there. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to do one of these using the quadratic formula. All right, let's see. I'm going to do I'll skip number 15. Let's do 16. You only have 2. So I'll do the harder of the 2. So I'll do 16. Wait, actually, I think hold on, I think 16 is actually the harder one. Let me see. Yeah, 16 is the harder one. We're good. So I'm going to do this one. Okay. So 8x squared minus 3 is equal to 8x plus 10. All right, we're going to subtract 8x from both sides. This gives me 8x squared minus 8x minus 3 is equal to 10. I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides because it has to be in standard form in order for me to deal with the quadratic. So this is going to become 8x squared minus 8x minus 13 is equal to 0. There's no GCF. I can't simplify this any further, so I'm stuck with this equation. My A is equal to 8. My B is equal to negative 8. My C is equal to negative 13. I'm going to find my discriminant first. So that's going to be 64, because B is negative 8. B squared is 64. Minus 4 times 8 times negative 13. I've got a negative and a positive. There were multiplication, so that becomes plus. So then D is going to be equal to 64 plus 4 times 8 times 13, which is 416. 64 plus 416 gives me 480. So this is going to be x is equal to negative 8 becomes positive 8 because our formula is negative b, square root plus or minus 480 all over 2 times a, which is 8, so that becomes 16. All right, I need to simplify the 480. Square root of 480, I can write this as, let's see. We got some big numbers here. Let me think. Let me try some big numbers. Let me try 20 and 30. 30 is a good one. 30, in fact, that's the one that's going to work. 30 and 16. 480 divided by 20, whoops, would have given you 24 and 20, which neither one of those are perfect squares. So, but 20 is divisible by 4. 24 is divisible by 4. So then you can make the deduction that 4 times 4, which is 16. So you could take 480 divided by 16, which gives you the 30, and go from there. Now, we can't take the square root of 30, but we can take the square root of 16, which gives us 4. So this simplifies to 4 square root of 30. So this is going to be x is equal to 8 plus or minus 4 square root of 30 over 16. Now, here's kind of a fun thing here if you realize. 8 divided by 16 simplifies to 1/2. So you could do it this way. You could also see that all of these are divisible by 4. If I take 4, let me get my different colored pencil. 8 goes into 4 twice. 4 goes into 8 twice. 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 16 4 times. So this simplifies to 2 plus or minus the square root of 30 over 4. I will take that as an answer, or you could simplify this even further, because 1 divided by, so you could say one step further, or you can say x is equal to 2 divided by 4 is 1/2 plus or minus the square root of 30 over 4. Technically, this is probably going to be the better one to work with, just because I don't have a fraction, and it's more compact. All right, that's the answer I'm going to use on the video, but if you use the other answer, I will accept that as the answer as well. So that's going to be x is equal to plus or minus 2, oops, you're going to have to do 2 divided by 4. Then you're going to go back to the top and do plus or minus, and then do the square root of 30. There you go. And that's the end of the video. I will see y'all next time. Good luck.